Very good morning to all. So let's continue with our unit number 4, that is relational query languages. And I hope few of you have already referred to the PPT that I already uploaded in your e-content. So how many of you referred that PPT? Anyone who has referred that PPT? No one has referred? That's great. Yes. So let me just have a quick revision of whatever we have done in the last week. So can anyone tell me what do you mean by functional dependency? What do you mean by functional dependency? Anyone? Attribute is dependent on other attribute, or set of attributes are dependent on other set of attributes. Okay. So what do you mean by dependent on other attributes? What do you mean by dependent on other attributes? Yes, anyone who would like to give me the answer for this? What do you mean by dependent on other set of attributes? Yeah, so what do you mean by rely? I want to know if one set of attribute is dependent on other set of attributes. What do you mean by that actually? Okay, Yash, I can accept that particular question. Other than that, see, one set of attribute is dependent on other set of attributes means we can say that the set of attributes on which some other attributes are dependent means that particular set can determine or identify or recognize the other set of attributes. That means if it is not there in a particular set, you cannot identify a particular set of attributes uniquely. That is why we say that it is dependent on that particular set of attribute. For its unique identification or unique recognition, it is required for dependency, right? So it is, that is why only it is dependent on the other set of attributes. Then what do you mean by closure of functional dependency? What do you mean by closure of functional dependency? Yes, what do you mean by closure of functional dependency? Set of relationship. So whenever we are talking about closure of functional dependency means we are trying to find out different sets of functional dependencies from a given set of functional dependencies, right? We are using Armstrong's rule for identifying different sets of functional dependencies from a given set of functional dependencies. Similarly, if we are given a set of attribute, we are trying to find out different attributes that a set of attribute can identify using a set of functional dependencies. That means it is known as closure of attributes. Can anyone tell me what do you mean by extraneous attribute? What do you mean by extraneous attribute? Yeah, give me the answer for what do you mean by extraneous attribute? What do you mean by extraneous attribute? What do you mean by extraneous attribute? I am waiting for the answers. Today will be totally revision part first of all. Then I will start with the new topic. If you want, you can download your PPT from the e-content and refer it. I don't mind. Today will be first session part, or first part will be totally revision or question answer sessions only. Then I will continue with the new topic. Irrelevant attribute. Okay, other than that, irrelevant attribute. Other than that, what do you mean by extraneous attribute? Yes. What do you mean by extraneous attribute? Unwanted attribute. Okay, Parthiv. Yes, others. Yes, please tell me the answer. What do you mean by extraneous attribute? Yes. What do you mean by extraneous attribute? I am waiting for the answer. As I said, today I want to know few of the answers from you all. Then I will start with the new topic. So what do you mean by extraneous attributes? Okay, if we remove dependency without changing the closure of the set, that we can know as extraneous attribute, we can remove it and it doesn't affect the closure of FD. Very good. So if in a set of functional dependencies, if in one of the functional dependency, if we try to remove one of the attributes from it and still the functional dependency remains as it is, then we can say that the attribute that we have removed is known as extraneous attribute. So deleting or removing any of the attribute from the functional dependency does not affect actually the functional dependency. That is what extraneous attribute mean. Okay, great. Then what do you mean by canonical cover? What do you mean by canonical cover? Yes, what do you mean by canonical cover? Yeah, what do you mean by canonical cover? Quickly. Refer to the PPT, I don't mind. I want the answer but today. Minimal set of functional dependencies. Yeah, so what do you actually mean by it? What do you mean by canonical cover? Process of finding only necessary relation, it has no redundant functions. Okay, so we can say that canonical cover is something that reduces the set of functional dependencies. So we try to remove all the extraneous attributes or extra functional dependencies from a given set of functional dependencies. So when we remove extraneous attribute from functional dependencies, or we remove extra functional dependency itself, then whatever set we are getting is known as canonical cover, right? So this is what canonical cover means. Now I am giving you one question in your chats. I want the answer of that. Check out your chats. Check out the chats and give me the answer for this. I am having A to B, B to C, C to F, BC to G, BD to H, A to M. So find out the closure of functional dependency. Find out the closure of functional dependency. Give me the answer for this. Yeah, any answers? Find out the closure of functional dependencies. You are given some functional dependencies and you need to find out closure of that particular functional dependency. I am waiting for your answers. You need to write down which functional dependency you can create and which rule you applied for it. Both you have to write down. I am waiting for the answers. Write it down now. Yes, what are the answers, students? It's quite straightforward. Okay, then I want minimum 4. I want minimum 4 or 5 functional dependencies from you. Okay, Miloni, Keval, Jenny, Yash. It's quite straightforward. Check it out quickly. I've got very few answers. Yes, other answers, please. What has happened to class today? No one is giving the answer. M to B. How is this possible? M to B. A to B and A to M. No, it's not possible. We can say that A to B and A to M, so we can say A to B M together using union rule. Yes, other answers? Fine, then I'm giving you the next question. I want the answer of that thing. You have been given one relation R A, B, C, D, F, H, M. You are given some functional dependencies A to B, B to C, C to F, B C to G, B D to H, and A to M. Find the closure of B, C, A, B, and D. Now you need to find out the number of attributes that this individual can find. B can find which attribute, C can find which attribute, A, B together can find which attributes, and D can find which attributes. So you need to give me the answer for this. So this is what the question is. Yes, B plus is B, C, F, G. Let me check. Okay, B plus is right. What about C plus? C and F. C can also find G. See if you can see properly. You can say B identifies C and C identifies F. So ultimately here is already identifying the C. So either of these are not required. So we can say C also identifies G. So C will be CFG. Okay. Then talking about D, D won't be identifying any of them, right? So D will be alone. Right. Now what about AB together? AB together. Miloni has said only AB and Keval and Khushi has said ABCFGM. Let us check. A to B and B to C. So AB together can find C. So no issue. C will be the part of it. Okay. Because A, B are identifying the C. So C is identifying F. So AB can identify F also. So A, B, C, F. Then B, C to G. Yes, it can be identified because A, B together is identifying C. So they can together identify G. So A, B, C, G and F. Now the next one, A to M. Can A, B together find M? Yes or no? Can A, B together find M? Yes or no? A, B together find M? No, but alone can, right? Yes. So AB together cannot, there is no particular functional dependency in which it clearly says that AB finds M, but A alone can find M and A is already identifying or determining B. So M can be the part of AB plus or closure of AB. So we can say yes. So answer will be A, B, C, F, G, M. So your answer is correct. Parthiv and all. Those who have given the answer is correct. Okay. So I think now it is clear with everyone how to find out the functional dependency closure and how to find out the attribute closure. Am I clear with this? So is it clear now, everyone? Then let's go for one more example. I am giving you one more example. So you can see the question. Give me the answer for this. Give me the answer for this. Find candidate key. You have been given some set of functional dependencies and I want candidate key from this. Just a moment. Let me change somewhat. Right. Now you can do this. Find out the candidate key for this. Parthiv, A and C both are candidate keys or AC together is a candidate key? AC together. Okay. Yeah, let me wait for the some of the other answers. First, find out which attribute doesn't have incoming edge or incoming arrow. Find out that thing first. Yeah, what about others? Give me the answer for this. Okay, yes has given AC together. Fine. Yes, what about others? I'm waiting for the answer. Okay, Namish has also given the answer as AC. First, check whether what are the attributes which doesn't have any incoming edge. What are the attributes that doesn't have any incoming edge? Yes. Which attributes doesn't have incoming edge? That is what I'm asking. Yes. Which attributes doesn't have incoming edge? I am waiting for the answers. There are two attributes, that is A and C are not having any incoming edge. If you can see, A to B, BC to G, BC to H, G to E, H to F, AC to D and D to H. So if I see here, then A is there, not there on the right hand side of the arrow, and C is also one of it which is not on the right hand side of the arrow. So we can say that even B will be there, B is there on the right hand side, G is there on the right hand side, D is there on the right hand side, E, F, G, H. All of them are the part of the right hand side of the arrow. So we can say A and C are the two attributes which are not on the right hand side of the arrow. So now check whether A alone can identify all the attributes of relation. We can say A to B is there. Okay, yes. A, B. Then if I replace here A with, if I replace this B with A, then we can say AC to G and AC to H. Okay. Then because AC together can identify G, so we cannot directly say A belongs to E. So this won't be possible. This also won't be possible. This is also possible. So A alone cannot find E. That is the issue, right? E and F. So it is A is not alone the candidate key. Then let us check C alone can find. C alone cannot find the particular all the sets of attributes. Now let us check AC together can find all the sets of attributes. Then let's check here A to B and BC to G. So AC to G can be done, AC to H can be done. Because AC to G is there, AC to E and AC to F can be done, AC to D also can be done, and because D is already identifying by AC, so AC to H. So yes, the combination of AC together can find all the set of attributes. So ultimately AC will be the candidate key. AC together can be the candidate key. Right? So the answers are correct. Yash, Parthiv and Nemish. Right. Let us take one more example. Let us take one more example. Consider the tables like, let me take some tables like sailors, which is having SID, S name, age, and let us say rating. Then let's have the table called reserves, which is having BID, sorry, RID, SID and date of travel. DOT means date of travel. And let's have one more table called boats. It is having BID, it is having color, and it is having name, bot name, B name. So consider these three tables: sailors, sailor ID, sailor name, age of the sailor and rating of the sailor; reserves, boat ID, sailor ID, date of travel; boats, boat ID, color of the boat and name of the boat. So these are the columns or attributes of some of the tables like sailors, reserves and boats. Now I want the answer for this. Find the average age of all these sailors. Give me the answer for this. The first one. Find the average age of all the sailors. Give me the answer for this. You need to use one of the aggregate function of Oracle. Give me the answer for this. I'm waiting for your answers. બોલો.
ચંપાબેન કપડાં નાખવા આવશે તમે બાયણ ખુલ્લું રાખજો અને રૂમમાં જોઈ લેજો કે પાણી નથી પડતું ને દર વખતે પડે છે ત્યાંથી ગદલા ઉપર.
હા હું જોઈ લઈશ.
હા અને
I have got only one answer. Still I'm waiting for some more answers. Then give me the answer for this. I'm writing five different queries. You all need to give me the answer for all five. So find the name or find the sailor ID who travels in the month of July. Third one is find the boat name whose color is red, blue, green. Yes, start giving me the next answers. Those who know the next answers, start giving me the answers. So start giving me the answers of this. Yash, your answer is wrong. Write down the answers of all these questions. Yes, so what is the first answer? Select AVG into bracket age from sailors. This should be the first answer. Right, very good. Then second answer, find the sailor ID who's who travels in the month of July. So Parthiv has written like select SID 2 underscore care DOT comma month July from reserves. Parthiv, that answer is quite incorrect according to me. So try to search out the answer for this one. This query is similar to your practical number 3, query number 6 maybe. The answer that I already mailed you in your emails during that practical. Yes. Ah. Next, find the bot name whose color is red, blue or green. So you used in, very good. So select B name from bots where color in red, blue, green, or you can use select B name from bot where color equals to red or color equals to blue or color equals to green. So this can be the answers. Fine. Then next is find the sailors whose name starts with M as well as ends with D. So anyone who has given me the answer of that thing, give me the answer for the fourth one. Give me the answer for the fourth one. I am waiting for the answer for the fourth one. Select star from sailors where S name like M percentage D. Okay, great. Good answer, Miloni. Yes, what about fifth query? Give me the answer for the fifth query. I am waiting for the answers of the fifth query. Yeah, answer for the fifth query. Select name from sailors where age is greater than 550. and rating greater less than 7. Keval, read the question again properly. Select star from sailor ni, whose age is greater than 50 or rating is less than 7. Okay. Miloni, read the question properly. Yes, your answer is correct. Disha, your answer is correct. Okay, Jwalant, answer is correct. Miloni, you need to find only S name. See, check it out. Display the sailor name only. So you cannot use star. And such mistakes will get your marks cut by me if your theory exams are being conducted proper on paper. So now let us go for the second query. Find the sailor ID who travels in the month of July. So answer will be select SID from reserves where 2 underscore care into bracket DOT comma month bracket over equals to single quotes July. That will be the answer. I am writing the answer here. Select SID from reserves where 2 underscore care into bracket DOT comma single quotes month equals to single quotes July. That's it. This will be the answer. I am pasting that answer in your chats also so that you can copy. So these are the answers of 5 questions. So this is what we did as a revision of practical 1, 2, 3. Right? So we have covered almost the important part of practical 1, 2, 3. Right? So am I clear with everyone? Practical 1, 2, 3. Or is there anyone who has faced any doubts? So we have revised practical 1, 2, 3 here. The reason why I revised it because I wanted to start with practical 4 this week. So I have just got a quick revision of theory, unit number 4 and practical 1, 2, 3. So now I will not revise it in the next lab or lecture session anymore. So still if there is anyone who is having any doubt, please raise it. Which answer? Miloni?
Sir, fifth one.
So you have written select star from sailors.
Then it should be select S name from sailors.
Yes, where age is greater than 50 or rating is less than 7. You have not written the rating part.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, anyone any more doubts in this? Okay, then let's end this lecture session here. We'll continue with unit number 4 in the next lecture on Wednesday now. Right, and we'll continue with practical number 4 from your lab sessions starting from tomorrow. Okay, let's end this lecture here. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. આમાં મજા નથી આવતી જરાય.